What's up, pups? How you guys doing? I'm doing great, thanks for asking. So today I wanted to talk about life plans. So whether you're still in school or out of it, the main focus, especially in high school, was trying to figure out what you wanted to do for your life. I was definitely one of those people who thought/told people I knew what I wanted to do, but internally I was not so convinced. Ever since I was really young, I always wanted to be a lawyer. I don't know how that thought manifested in my brain as a young child, but it only strengthened when I eventually saw Legally Blonde and realized, hey, I have blonde hair. Hey, I can go to college and become a lawyer. That's what I'm gonna do. I did want to do that before the movie came out. I just need to stress that. Granted, in high school, I was a teenager who didn't know much about life at all. I didn't even lose my virginity in high school. Let that sink in for a moment, and now consider that I have teachers and advisors telling me to decide what I want to do for the rest of my life. I don't even know what I like behind the scenes. How am I supposed to know what I... Do you understand what I mean? Almost every person that I knew in school worked really hard and prepared for what they thought they would be doing for the rest of their life. But if you look back now, I would say the majority of those people aren't doing what they set out to do. This is reality for people who have lost their jobs unexpectedly or changed their majors mid to late semester. If you're a college graduate who's underemployed or a manager of some place who feels stuck because where else is there to go at this point? And this is obviously not how we were told life would pan out. That's the ironic part though. Life is never what we plan for. Isn't that how most kids happen? When we were young, we were told that we would live happily ever after as long as we went to school, studied hard, worked, and invested time towards learning the job we wanted to do, and then life would be cake. Basic steps for achieving your perfect life. Number 1, decide what you want to do. Number 2, build a plan to achieve that goal. Number 3, assemble your resources like schooling and money and mentorship. And number 4, implement and enjoy your wonderful new life. And we've become so programmed by this being how you become successful, especially by the educational system, that I think that it's doing more damage now because this isn't how it is anymore. And this is really more or less the only way that people are taught to approach things. I would say that most career paths rarely happen this way, and in fact, if you even get a career or find one, most of us end up confused and worried and constantly paranoid if we're going to lose our job. In fact, if a career is even acquired, most of the time people are worrying and fretting and constantly wondering if it's going to be pulled out from underneath them. The way that we were taught to think in high school works really well when the future is predictable, but that's not so much the case of the world now. Sorry about the thunder and lightning, there's nothing I can do about it. It's a thing. Our parents and grandparents were able to plan their lives out because their world functioned like a car assembly plan. Put all the right pieces together in the proper place and you end up with a functioning car. Nowadays, there are too little opportunities and way too many options. Do you get the wheels because you absolutely have to and skip the hazard lights because you can't afford them? The windows are sold out. I guess you'll have to make do with cardboard cutouts. You may end up with what looks like a car, but it may not run very well or even at all. And some of the parts that you've invested in may now be outdated and unnecessary. I really hope this analogy is making sense. It's pretty scary when you can't plan and control your way to security, let alone the job that you want. So how do you plan for success in a world where you can no longer plan your way? Instead of thinking of my end result, aka the perfect job for me, I'm trying to view it as the direction that I want to go. Then I can start to build a strategy to find and create opportunities that are consistent with my dream job. In my case, I want to work in film, TV, movies, preferably on screen, but I could take a job behind a camera in the meantime. Basically, the direction that I want to go is towards the entertainment industry. One part of my strategy is YouTube. Not only can YouTube lead to a career in itself, but it can drive me in the direction that I need to go. Basically, what I'm saying is you don't search for the perfect job. You create it, either from within an existing organization or on your own. And things are so different than they used to be like 30, 40 years ago. Life was predictable and easy back then. If you finished high school, your 2 options were to go to college or join the workforce. Then you start a family, retire, and the end. It's like you can't even determine what a perfect job would be because things change so drastically and quickly in the world that we live in now. it's impossible to know if a job that you want will exist within 2, 3, 4, 5 years. Most people forget that the internet didn't even really become a thing until 1990. That's only 26 years ago. I'm older than the internet. And look how many jobs the internet has created. So, when you're determining your direction, ask yourself a few things. Who are you as a person? What matters to you specifically? Is it working in a specific industry? Do you want to travel? What are your talents and skills? Who do you know that can help you, and what do you already know? Some of those answers may take the form of looking for a job, but others might simultaneously entail starting something on your own. In either case, as you act, different opportunities will present themselves. I hope this video helped some of you guys. As of late, I've been struggling because I am 28 years old and I am not doing what I want to be doing in my life, and I'm still striving towards that. And I constantly have to remind myself that things aren't the way they used to be, and not everyone gets their shit together at such a young age. So I'm trying to remind myself every day that it is okay to not know exactly what you're doing, and it's okay to still be working towards goals. And I feel like that is what's important. The day that I stop working towards goals is the day that I really have a problem. Anyway, you guys, please like this video if you enjoyed it. If this is the first video that you're seeing of mine, hi, I'm Kayleigh. You should subscribe by hitting that red button right down below, and we can become best friends forever. Links to my Twitter, Tumblr, Facebook, and Instagram are also down below. I'll see you guys in a few days with another video. Peace out, everyone.